Hey everyone, I know it's been a long time coming between this video and the question video. My computer died, so if you weren't following me on Facebook or Twitter, you probably didn't see the pictures and me tweeting about it or talking about it. So, that's where I've been. Between then and now, we've gone from 10,000 to 10,300 something subscribers. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to jump right into the questions and the answers because there's a lot of them, and I pretty much got every single one of them. So, without further ado, here we go. So you wanted to know if I got Don't Starve for free, or if you can get Don't Starve. No, I got it from Steam. It's almost always on sale. In fact, right now, it's the Clay weekend. All of their games are on sale, including Don't Starve, and they have a really good deal with the Don't Starve pack, where you get the DLC, the vanilla game, and then you get Don't Starve together. So if you don't have it yet, I suggest getting that. My end goal for Reign of Giants will be to beat Adventure Mode completely. After I finish up the third and final set of ruins, we'll be going through Adventure Mode, and once we get through that, that'll be what I consider the end of the series. Pretty much all of them. There's a lot of games I want to record. I am the master of Don't Starve and Terraria, thank you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, there's a lot of games I want to play, it just comes down to time. A bit similar to the previous question, I do want to record Fallout 4. I did just buy it. I unfortunately had to get that whole new computer so I can play it with, no issues. So I do want to play it. It's a matter of time. What made me want to do YouTube? Well, I got to keep this short and sweet. Around that time when I first started recording, I just graduated college. I didn't currently have a job, so I had a lot of free time. And it was kind of a I'm bored thing. I watch a lot of other people play video games, Terraria, things like that, and I'm like, maybe I can do this too and have fun. So if you ever watch my first video, it's terrible. I'm so quiet and shy, it's hilarious. But it was a lot of fun, it got me to where I am now, and I love every second of it. So I get this question a lot, especially when I'm streaming. I would eventually do a face reveal. Not right now, I don't feel it's the time or place. My idea is if I could do this full time, I would more than willingly do it. But as it stands right now, YouTube's a hobby. It's nowhere near do I make enough money to live off of. So I like to keep my face off the internet for a little bit. But eventually, yes, it'll probably happen. How has YouTube affected my real life? This is a good one. It's good and bad. Good, I come home from work and I have a goal. I have a thing to do. I have something to occupy my time with, and it's enjoyable. Obviously, I love playing video games. It's kind of my thing. So I love doing that, and then it became interacting with everybody. That's awesome. People look forward to my stuff. That's strange. But it's really cool. But on the flip side, it's so time consuming. Like I work 40 hours a week, a normal job, 9 to 5, one of those deals. And then I come home and you have to deal with life, all that jazz, and then you have to sit down, record, render, this, that, and another thing. It takes up a lot of time. It's not bad, but it's a very big time sink in my life, but it's fun. It just takes a while. I've answered this one on stream before, I believe. I'm 23 going on 24. Upcoming games, I have been fairly out of it just because the time sink that is YouTube and work. I haven't had a chance to really play that many. But obviously, Fallout 4 has got me really, really freaking hyped. I did buy it. I do want to play it. So I look forward to that one the most. Probably not. The goal with Reign of Giants is to inevitably beat Adventure Mode, which, spoiler alert, means you come back to that world. And I don't want to can it. Like, I don't want to just, that world disappears. I'd rather keep it. I am in the Anfon fan club, and Anfon is my Anfon, and he is my waifu. That is how this works. Feba, you magnificent bastard, you know the answer to this one. I've talked to him on Twitter, and I actually watched his stream a couple of times, so if you haven't watched him, he's been playing Fallout 4 lately. Go watch him. He is a very, very generous man, and a very cool guy to talk to. You're gonna have to take that one up with Anfon, and then Drizzle's hand him. I'm spoken for. FPSs were probably one of my bigger things, like Battlefield. There's Battlefield 1942, 2, Bad Company 2, 3, 4. I liked those games. They were very fun. 4 was very buggy when it came out, but they did get it kind of sorted out, and I haven't had any problems since. Binding of Isaac I touched on. I actually watch more of that than I play. Bioshock, oh god. Love me some Bioshock. Of course, Fallout, Grand Theft Auto. I'm kind of looking at my Steam list here. Metro, those games, when they're on sale, I bought them. Those are really fun. Risk of Rain, I actually played a lot of that. Me and Dilly actually recorded a few episodes for that, but we never released them because it just kind of stopped. I played Terraria prior to recording a lot. I love Terraria. So there's a pretty vast just assortment of video games that I've played, but since YouTube hit, I don't have the free time to play all those games, working 40 other hours on, actual jobs. But yeah, I play a little bit of everything. Dirty Knees, what are these? What does Volx mean to me? It's my online persona. I mean, it's who I am online. It's a projection of my real self to the internets, I guess. I really can't get more detailed than that. I don't have an answer. No, not really. The last I heard with Don't Starve Together Caves was they were supposed to come out, but they didn't release them quite yet because they had bugs. I started YouTubing, it was October 2013, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in that month is when I uploaded my first Terraria video. Did I predict I would ever reach 10K? Oh god, no. This came so fast out of nowhere. How many jalapenos can I eat at once? All of the jalapenos. I fucking love jalapenos. Yes, I know jalapenos. Calm down. Do I ever plan on doing a face reveal? I mentioned that before. Eventually. What's the story behind Drizzle and Fishtails? How'd I meet him? Drizzle was through work. That was about 2 years ago when we met. Tell him this. He will hate you in a good way, and then he'll come back and yell at me. Tell him he hated me at first. Apparently Drizzle disliked me at first, and then he started loving me. I don't know, he's tsundere for me. Fishtails, that would be Anfon. Anfon I knew through school. It was sometime, I would want to say, in middle school. So I've known Anfon for 10 plus years. I've known him for a long time. I actually do not. I have never heard of them. You say, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, you've been around the channel for a long time. Answered the age question, had to be 23. Favorite weapon in Terraria? Now, that's a really difficult one. The rainbow gun is pretty hilarious. I would say it's kind of a weak, maybe underpowered weapon at this point in Terraria's progression, but the magnet sphere is freaking sick. I do like that. So, that'd be my favorite weapon. Kinda just me, Anfon, and Dilly were looking for something to play, and I remember looking at the trailer through Steam, and I'm like, ooh, this looks fun, and I think it was on sale, so it was cheap, and we're poor college kids, well, I was at the time, so that's how we got Terraria, and they kind of petered out with it, but Terraria just lived on with me. I love that game. Tips for an aspiring YouTuber. I wouldn't really say I'm the go-to for that. I'm kind of small myself, but the way at least I did it, it was kind of perseverance. I mean, just do something and stick with it. I mean, unless you do something super unique and everybody loves you to become an overnight sensation, typically growth with gaming channels, historically, it's been pretty slow. So either play a game, be interesting, and be good at it. Maybe be like funny, humorous. A lot of people just watch people for like their personalities. I'm like over analytical. I would say when I play a game, I usually try to break it down to get super detailed and go overkill. At least that's sort of how I think I play. But yeah, sticking with it, it's super slow at first, super slow, and it just goes boom. So just keep at it. That's my best suggestion. I have 2 monitors right now, super handy. The Terraria Let's Play has got a lot of time left on it, but once Terraria is freed up, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to move on to like a different game, or I would do some kind of a challenge series with Terraria. That might end up being something I stream more than export to YouTube, but challenge series in Terraria would be really fun. I would like to try and push myself in Terraria. I've always just kind of been do everything completionist, so potentially some challenge series. I freaking love the ruins. They are probably my favorite part about Don't Starve. Super fun and definitely a nice challenge. Coke, hands down, Coke. Pepsi can go pound sand. Shots fired. Your mother's basement, Kappa. I already have an adventure mode series, if that's what you mean. It's my last few episodes of my vanilla Don't Starve series. And then after we finish the cave in Reign of Giants, we'll be doing a whole another... It'll continue the existing series, but I'll probably change the thumbnails. So it's an easy way to identify I'm in adventure mode. That's a strangely difficult question for me. What got me into video games? I've really just always been in them, into them, I guess. Exposure, I would suppose, came from my uncle. He was super into, at the time, it's really weird, my uncle, he was super into the N64 and played all the games, and was always giving things, asking me, he's like, hey, do you want to play this? Do you want to play that? Hey, did you play this? It was cool, the cool uncle. So he got me into that. Then my other uncle, I spent a lot of time at his house, during summer, just hanging out, and we would play PC games. He was a PC gamer, and PC gaming back then was really weird compared to what it is now. So I was exposed to consoles and computers and just games at a very, very young age. I mean, I remember Diablo, the very first Diablo, him playing that, and it was just ooh. So I guess I just got into it at a really early age, and it just stuck. So in the first question, I'm going to troll you here. There's a couple people who know it. I accidentally said it in a very early Terraria video. So it's out there. There's a couple of people again who know it. So go look for it. It's out there. It's sort of a secret. 23 answered the age question. I love Don't Starve. I think that's pretty obvious. And absolutely, when Shipwreck comes out, I do intend on playing it. For discovering YouTube, it was probably just random joke websites. I mean, remember back in the day when freaking E-Bombs World was a thing? Just random websites eventually pointed to YouTube, and then when you found YouTube, you just found the mother load of crap. So that's how I found that. Terraria, I touched on that a little bit earlier. We were just looking for a fun game to play. We saw it on Steam, and I'm like, alright, let's get this. And that's how I started. So I'm going to take the easy way out here. There's categories I would suppose you could say are your favorites, but overall, the nostalgia goggles are winning. Ocarina of Time, I know everybody says it, but oh god, was that a good game at the time. Oh, good memories there. Well, that's a good question. The best feeling, it's probably the strange just concept that people enjoy my stuff. There's somebody out there who enjoys watching me play Terraria, or playing Don't Starve, or playing this and streaming that. It's weird. There's people who enjoy and they like interacting with me. And just interacting with the viewers, when I stream, it's probably a better example. When I stream with people, you can talk to them sort of real time. That's fun. That's so different. And it's a bunch of like-minded individuals all grouped up. It's a clique. It's an online clique. It's fun. Nerds unite. If I could host a server with that many people and I actually have the free time to do it, I touched on how busy I am earlier, that would be a lot of fun. That would be so chaotic. It would be that'd be amazing stream content. Just stream it, have everybody in chat freaking out. that'd be a blast. I mentioned topics earlier when it came out of my overall favorite, but Terraria is way up there. I guess sandboxy builder games, it is bar none my favorite. This is a good question. There's a lot of people I watch, and probably a really good one would be BizSnap. He plays a lot of Binding of Isaac, plays a couple other games, but he was very knowledgeable and in-depth in the way he played Binding of Isaac, and that's typically how I play, for example, Don't Starve. I know a lot about the game Terraria. I'm very into it, and I break it down, and I think the way I play it is similar to him. There's a couple other people I kind of stopped watching a lot of them because they've changed, man. A lot of them have changed. Not that I'm bashing on anybody, but a lot of people just play it a short, quick, sweet, to the point series. As you can probably tell by the way I've played games before, I'm usually in it for the long haul. So people who generally have longer series, I watch more. Nobody, actually. I just kind of saw it on the Steam page one day, and I was looking for a roguelike to play, something with permadeath. And I'm like, ooh, this looks like a lot of fun. Pennsylvania, that is the state I reside in. When it comes down to what I do for a living, I work in IT. It was sort of tech support over the phone. I actually did get promoted there, not mainly on the phones anymore, but yeah, it's IT. I'm assuming you mean Shipwreck, and I am pretty hyped for it. New characters? I haven't even had a chance to play all the characters that exist. Why do you do this to me, Clay? I don't dislike Minecraft, and I do occasionally watch people play like modded versions of it. I've had it since alpha, I've played it throughout the various updates, but just right now it's not something I'm overly interested in doing like a series on it, but I don't dislike it. Absolutely. Hey Brotator, how you doing, buddy? The duration in which I've been YouTubing, it's since October 2013, so as of last month it was 2 years, so about 2 years. Strangely enough, no I haven't. I mean, I don't really like the way they play games. Not that I'm bashing on them. My playstyle with their playstyle, it would clash and we would hate each other. Unless I got mad drunk and played with them, I don't think I would enjoy it. The farthest away from home, Pennsylvania, I have been was California last year, BlizzCon 2014. Me, Anfon, Dilly, and Dilly's dad flew out to Anaheim and went to the Anaheim Convention Center for BlizzCon. That was a lot of fun. That's the farthest I've been. I've never been out of the country. I have been to Ocean City, Maryland for the vacation as a child. We went to the beach, and I think we passed through Delaware, so I guess I've been to 3 other states other than my home one. But yeah, unfortunately, I really haven't had any opportunities to travel. It's expensive, and I am too poor to do that. Walking Dead TV series. I don't watch a lot of TV, but The Walking Dead I do enjoy. I watch too much anime to give you a single one. I watch it as it airs. I get the fan subs. I mean, I watch like all of it. I have terabytes of... I'm terrible. Terabytes of drives filled with it. I'm awful. Novels, I'm not a big reader. Band, probably when I graduated high school, I really just stopped discovering new bands. So as it stands, I'm probably getting shit for this, strangely enough. But Linkin Park, I like a lot of their music. I don't know why. They're one band I can consistently go back to and enjoy. Not a lot of their newer stuff. It was their older stuff that I enjoy. Drizzle 2 years, and Anfon a good bit over 10. I've known him for a very long time. What do I look like? Well, if you watched my streams, you would know. Kappa. No, this wasn't me who made this. This was I think this was Brussel. He made this on Twitch. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan anymore. After 4, I just lost interest, so I don't dislike them, but it's not something I'm interested in. Sports games, not something I'm overly interested in either. I've played them a bit, but not something that holds my interest. I was born, I discovered video games, I went to school, I played video games, now I play video games after I work, and now I play video games for YouTube. Yeah, definitely. I like survival games. I love the genre, so eventually I would like to play more games of that type. It's just a matter of time. See the previous answer. It's out there. People do know about it, but you gotta find it. It's an early Terraria video. I don't think I'll ever have that many subscribers, but if it does, and you remind me, I'll totes do it. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Whenever I beat Reign of Giants, that'll free up time, and of course when Shipwreck comes out, I'll definitely be playing that as well. So it's a matter of time. I will play more characters, and I will play more Don't Starve. I'm going to have to go with Weber, just because between him and Wilson, he's the most absolutely unique character out of the bunch. I love the spiders. I have that in my YouTube About section, but I did get a new computer just now, so I will update that. If you want to go take a look, I'll have it updated for you. Absolutely. Unfortunately, it's just a matter of time. I just don't have as much time as I would like to be making these videos. I'm sorry. You would have to fight Anfon and Drizzle for that position, so if you can beat them, then yeah. I already answered the first few questions there, but the other games, again, it's a matter of time. As of right now, it's a lot of Terraria and Don't Starve. I like to do challenge series and things of that nature. There's other characters I have barely scratched the surface in Don't Starve. I would like to maybe do some Fallout here. It's just a scheduling thing. I have to find the time to do it between my job and this. But there's definitely going to be more games. I just need to work at it. Whoa, question overload. I think I answered the first one. I answered my age, where I'm from. Dream job would be to actually sit here and do YouTube. You know how fun that would be to do something I enjoy? I don't really like my real job. It's... TV show, answered that. Movies? I am so ignorant when it comes to airing movies. I honestly, I have no idea. I usually just watch things as I hear about them, and they become released online. I'm like way behind. What do I expect to do in the years for my channel? The next few years, I'm guessing. Ugh. I would like to have more free time to do more series. I mean, I could do more videos a day and just expand, but it's just a timing thing. If I could do YouTube full time, it would be fantastic. Fantastic. Khakis? But no, seriously, anything for you, Hydrix. Wink. That first question is impossible. I cannot pick between Terraria and Don't Starve. How dare you, sir? Favorite game that I have not... that more than likely just have to be Ocarina of Time, because that's like my all-time favorite Nostalgia Goggles game. Can't YouTube that. Nintendo hates YouTube. Sorry. Jalapeno poppers. That is a jalapeno wrapped in bacon with mozzarella and cream cheese in the middle. I don't think you can credit me with this. I think there's just so much to do in Don't Starve. We've barely scratched it. We've barely played any of the characters. There's just so much to do in that game. So, those of you who have actually watched me play Magicite with Anfon will probably remember this. But Anfon, when I am around, I am a Recadis. But when I see you, I am a Recadis! Hype about Terraria Otherworld, and more hype about Terraria 2, because that's supposed to be the direct sequel, if I'm not mistaken. I do enjoy YouTube. It is so time-consuming, but God, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so rewarding. The decent-sized yet tightly knit group of subscribers, that is pretty awesome. There are definitely a good bunch of faces and names that I recognize constantly in the comments. That's awesome. There's people who are consistently there. So cool. So the game Kitty Cat is forgetting is actually Halo. I just wanted a name that was short, sweet, to the point, sounded cool, and was unique to me. Didn't have a bunch of numbers, wasn't super long. That's just kind of how it came to be, and I stuck with it ever since. Megan, that's too good of a question. You're making me think. Anyone on YouTube that I've never collaborated with, I'd probably go back to the pseudo-inspiration there with Biznap, just super min-maxing. I have no idea what we would play. I have no idea, but I figured the way we play would just match up. That'd be pretty cool. My Doge's names, that would be Sophie, this is my dog, Sealy, and then there is Reacher. Steam tells me 588 hours. Favorite cartoon? That'd probably be Ed and Eddie growing up. I loved that show. Favorite color? Like I said that before, kind of like a limeish green. It's my channel color, really. Dress style, I really don't have one. I just kind of wear whatever the heck I've got. I had long hair in high school as a phase. Every boy did for whatever reason. Never do that again. I have short hair now, obviously, and my eyes are actually hazel. I wouldn't say I have any phobia. There's nothing within reason, I'm particularly afraid of that really freaks me out. Closest thing I can tell you is like pet peeve. I mean, I require my alone time. I spend my entire working hours dealing with stupid, rude people. I like to come home, be in my happy place in my chair, my computer, and just have some me time. And I can't stand when that gets interrupted. Oh, God, I need just a little bit of quiet time. Tim, this question's hard. I'm not this creative. My unique power. The ability to hoard all of the things. But my disadvantage would be that I would go super slow if I had over a certain amount of inventory slots filled up. With a Krampus sack, I always have too much stuff. I have less inventory space. If I could have more, but be penalized mobility-wise, for going over said limit, that'd be cool. Damn, Sebastian, another hard question. when it comes to like being depressed, I mean, I'm not really the best person to go to for advice in that situation. The way I've handled it, I know it's a terrible way to do it. I bottle shit up. I take the shit. I take the shitty situation. I take whatever crap was thrown at me, and I just sit with it. It stews. And that's not a good way to handle it. Venting is good, and I do that on occasion. You have to find somebody willing to listen, somebody who gives enough of a damn that you know. But talking it out, it helps. I mean, don't let it build up. Don't let it overwhelm you, because it will. And whatever it is, it will suck. So, talk to somebody if you can. I mean, just vent your frustrations. It feels good to get it out there. That is my best suggestion. That works for me. I actually used DxTory to record now. I used to use an Evermedia Live Gamer HD. It was a capture card, and it captured whatever resolution you wanted at 50 megabits, I think. In megabits, that was the bit rate. And that was a really good card, but it only did up to 30 FPS. The nice part is I took all the stress off the system and put it on the card. Now, since then, I've obviously done 60 FPS content. I've moved on to DxTory, and it's very demanding storage-wise. It needs a fast drive, it needs a large drive, and I've been using that. So I use DxTory with it's called a Lagarith lossless codec. It's like a super common thing. Everybody uses it. If you just YouTube it, you'll find it. And the nice part is DxTory records separate audio tracks, so I can change the game sound separate to my voice sound. So I can have me be super quiet recording, but boost it in editing, and you'd never really know the difference. Like the same with like the game audio. The game could be quiet for some reason, but I could go back in editing, bring that back up, and make it match my audio. So I love DxTory for that reason. I am 100% right-handed. Thank God. It's a right-hander's world. I can use my left hand for some things, but definitely dominant right hand. You're gonna have to fight Antfon for that there, Drizzle. Them's fighting words, bro. Oh boy, that was it was a lot longer of a video than I initially thought. Oh my goodness, I hope that answers everybody's questions. I got to the vast majority, there's a couple like weird ones I may have skipped over. But I answered the vast majority of them. In the future, if we ever do an AMA like this again, it's probably going to be text, because that was so long to edit. I took 4 or 5 hours to do that. I'm sorry. So that is that. I hope I answered everybody's questions, didn't offend anybody too much. I am officially now back on my new computer. It's been about a week, a little bit longer I think than a week, without a system running. I'm actually going to go ahead and put up a picture right now. You should see it on screen of my current computer. This picture is actually missing one of my hard drives that I carried over from my old build, but it's a black and white theme. It's pretty neutral. I will get back to work. I have so much backlogging to do. So I will be recording, rendering all weekend. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I'll be cranking out new content here shortly. Thanks to everybody who asked some things. I hope I answered all your questions. And as always, guys, take it easy.